see me.
What up, y'all? It's your boy E-Sack back again with another video. I'd like to welcome y'all to GEEK-SHOCK. Those that don't know by now, GEEK-SHOCK is a channel that started off from the love, the passion, the admiration of collecting G-Shocks. You know what I'm saying? Those were my first coveted pieces, G-Shock, heavy into them, and that just led me down the rabbit hole to other timepieces, you know what I'm saying? So now it's a broad scope of different types of watches that we talk about in this channel. But for this episode, I like to share this new thing that I'm doing on my Instagram. I'll put the link in the description. If not, it's in my profile. But I got this thing going on that I call the week in watch. You know what I'm saying? So every week, every Monday through Friday, because Saturdays and Sundays are dedicated to Saturday squares, which is all about G-Shocks squares, you know what I'm saying? Sundays is Seiko Sundays for me, but Monday through Friday, I've been doing this thing called Week in Watch. The Week in Watch is I take a iconic silhouette from whatever I have in my collection, a lot of Seikos because I'm a big Seiko head, and or G-Shocks. I haven't done the G-Shocks yet, but I've been on the Seikos as of recently, but I take a silhouette, an iconic piece, and I wear whatever I have in my collection Monday through Friday. So I have a big collection, so I'm able to do that for the moment, you know what I mean? But last week's was the iconic silhouette of the Seiko Tuna, y'all. That was what we did last week, and it was really dope just to go through all the different pieces that I have in my collection that are based on the Seiko Tuna. You know what I mean? Little brief history: the origins and the birth of the Seiko Tuna. The Seiko Tuna was born out of necessity. In 1968, a professional saturation diver wrote to Seiko complaining that the existing diving watches could not withstand the pressure and the helium exposure of DC diving, right? So Seiko's engineers, led by Akua Tokunaga, I'm sorry, sir, if I butchered your name. My apologies. He spent 7 years researching and developing a completely new kind of diver. So in 1975, they released the Seiko Professional Diver 600 meter. You know what I'm saying? Reference 6159-70110, the first Tuna. It earned its nickname from the large centrical centrical. I can't. I'm lost for words, y'all. Circular case that resembled a tuna can, right? The model was a groundbreaking design. You know what I'm saying? It had a titanium monocoque case, world first for diving watches, ceramic shroud for protection, helium resistance without the need of a release valve, a high bead automatic movement, caliber 6159B. You know what I'm saying? Very groundbreaking for Seiko and just for the whole diving watch market. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time they ever came out. But throughout the years, the evolution throughout these years, over the decades, the Tuna evolved through various materials, depths, and technologies. 1978 introduced the first Quartz Tuna, reference 7549-7009, nicknamed the Golden Tuna. It was a Seiko first Quartz professional diver. 1986 was the 1,000-meter Quartz Tuna, which really it further improved the shock resistance and the sealing of that particular timepiece. 1990s through 2000s, there was an expansion into automatics, mechanical, and kinetic models with different depth ratings, 300, 600, 1,000, you know what I'm saying? Modern era, the Seiko introduced the Marinemaster, the Prospex lines, keeping the Tuna DNA alive with new materials like ceramic titanium shrouds and another high-end spring drive movements. Definitely something that was very new to the market, which is really dope. You know what I mean? That's why I got to give my hats off to Seiko. They're always constantly like keeping their roots on their timepieces to the originals, but always with innovations and new little add-ons to these iconic pieces. You know what I'm saying? The Seiko Tuna remains one of the most iconic professional dive watches ever made. Its design has influenced countless other watches and inspired a loyal collector following. Modern variants like the SBBN031, the S23629, and the Imperial Tuna SBDX014 continue to showcase Seiko's tool watch philosophy, rugged, functional, and purpose-driven. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Seiko for that. You know what I mean? I'm going to include a little chart that I found on the web. It's like a timeline of all the Seikos from 1975 to 2025, all the tunas and all the different models that came out. So I'll make sure to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of key milestones from the origins to modern editions. You see how the design and the technologies evolved steadily over 50 years, y'all. You know what I mean? Seiko's been in this game for a good minute. That's why I think they have such a good following, and I love Seikos. You know what I'm saying? Once I discovered Seiko, I was like, oh yeah. So, you know what I mean? I have a lot of Seikos in my collection, y'all. But just to say that, you know what I mean? Hats off to Seiko. Definitely appreciate their designs and all that good stuff. But today we going to take a look at the Seikos that I was wearing for the week. The Tuna Can. So let me go ahead and grab that real quick, and I'll be right back. Yeah, just want to get a little reference sheet so I can. Sometimes I forget some of the pieces by top of my head, so I gotta remember them, and I pull them out. And like I said, this is the thing that I started on Instagram, the Weekend Watch. I've already had like 2-3 weeks, or possibly, yeah. So this coming week, the week that we're in right now. So this was last week, what I'm sharing today, the Tuna Can. But this week, it's this. We're going to be on the field watch tip. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to be rocking for the week. The field watch silhouette. Today I'm wearing the Bulova Hack. You know what I mean? For those that don't know, the Bulova Hack is a very iconic watch. You know what I mean? There's origins are deep, very history. Look out for that video when we do that next week. I'm gonna try to have it posted by next Monday or Tuesday. You know what I mean? I try to fill in whatever time I got to do these videos. But like, back to the subject at hand, Seiko Tuna, y'all. So let me pull up this. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn up the mic a little bit. Apologies. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. I don't gotta get so close. All right, cool. Yeah, or maybe a little too loud. My bad, y'all. So yeah, let me pull up the. Let me see all my posts that I had. So I can have the names and all that good stuff. Yeah. Okay, so first off, for Monday, y'all. Monday, it was this bad boy. I know y'all know this silhouette. It looks a little different because I did a little mod on it, but, ooh, my bad. This is the Seiko Arnie, y'all. The Seiko Arnie SNJ025. I remember when I first saw this watch, man, I was a kid, and Arnold had it on Commando, and I fell in love with that watch. You know what I mean? This is not the original. Like, this is a reissue that was issued later on, but still, it's still a dope watch. You know what I'm saying? Definitely digging this silhouette, man. I recently found out that Uncle Straps, aka Uncle Seiko, sold the shroud, stainless steel shroud, and I went ahead and did the mod, man. Definitely looks a lot better. I'm definitely digging it. I threw it on this metal, this stainless steel bracelet I also had. Definitely dope watch, man. This Annie Digi design is very dope. You know what I'm saying? It's got all the all your usual stuff. You know what I mean? Definitely dope. Stop timer, all that good stuff. Let me see what. Yeah. Different time zones. Alarm. You know, it's dope. Definitely dope. Once I threw this on, I was like, man, I fell in love with this watch again because it was sitting in my watch box for a while. I got another variant. I got the Patty edition. I might end up doing the same thing to that one, or I might just keep this one how it is. But definitely fell in love again, dude. Shout out to Uncle Seiko, aka Uncle Straps, or the other way. You know what I mean? Shout out to Uncle Straps, aka Uncle Seiko. Definitely fell in love again with this watch, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the Seiko Arnie. You know what I mean? Those that know, this is a dope watch, very coveted, and it fits so well on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? Don't be don't be scared at it might look big, but in Seiko fashion, you know what I mean, the lug to lug is really short. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the pieces that I had on Monday, y'all. This was the the watch of that day for Monday, y'all. So let me go ahead. I'll put these right here as we go through. So then Tuesday was this bad boy. Tuesday, let me see. My bad, y'all. Trying to okay, yeah. Trying to put the reference number. Tuesday, my bad. Tuesday was this bad boy. The baby tuna. You know what I'm saying? Same design, shroud, same tuna can design. You know what I mean? Very iconic design. This one's on a NATO. Another one of my collections. You know what I mean? This is a limited edition. This is the Seiko Prospex Solar Tuna. This is a solar watch, and it's a quartz. The other one is also quartz. This is also a solar one. You know what I mean? Solar technology. No need to change the battery. Solar powered. Just make sure you get some light on it. Sometimes I find them dead because, like I said, big collection. So it's hard for me to wear them all the time. So I got to charge them up. But this is another one, man. I've had this for a while. As you can tell, it's got a bunch of scratches. I mean, this is one of my first tunas, actually. My baby tuna. You know what I'm saying? I love this. It's the reference limited edition. It was a collaboration between Seiko and Lowercase. Reference number SBDN045. This is 1,753 out of 5,000 pieces, y'all. So definitely dope. You know what I mean? This is definitely gonna stay in my collection. I like the whole Batman bezel look. Is really hard. You know what I mean? Definitely one of my favorite. It had been a minute since I wore it. You know what I mean? And once I threw it back on the wrist, I'm like, yeah, see, this is exactly where I fell in love with this watch. But you know what I mean? That was what, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. Wednesday we did another tuna, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the theme of Weekend Watch. I got this Addie's Dive, y'all. Shout out to Addie's Dive, though. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like homages or clomages, whatever you want to call it. I don't care, dude. I don't mind. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff that's coming out of China is like putting the Swiss watch market to shame, the Japanese watch company to shame. You know what I mean? Don't sleep on the Chinese watch market. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dope pieces. And Addie's Dive definitely brought it to the forefront. The only thing I didn't like about this when I got it was the clasp was booty. I ended up getting another clasp on it. I like the milk clasp. It had a nasty what's it called? A press clasp. Not the business now. But yo, this was another this is homage to the Imperial Tuna. You know what I'm saying? This is a very beautiful dial. You know what I'm saying? Sunburst, silver, metallic looking. You know what I mean? Very dope. Very dope. Very, very dope. You know what I'm saying? I can't not. I have a bunch of homage watches. You know what I mean? I'm not a watch snob. I don't, look down on it. Some people can't afford big luxury pieces, but you still want to enjoy the design. So homage brands are the way to go if you want to go ahead and enjoy that design. And I'd rather do that than buy replicas and like bootleg copies, you know what I mean, that say whatever on it, you know what I mean, like a Rolex knockoff or something. I'd rather do this because there's a lot of Chinese micro brands that have like Rolex homages. They call them homages. I think that's a nice name, you know what I'm saying? Just playing tribute to the design. But yeah, this is the Addie's Dive, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the reference number for that, but you see it. It's a Tuna Can. So that was Wednesday, y'all. That was Wednesday. So it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, by the way, this is the automatic. It has the NH34. You know what I'm saying? Just the date. Not the day, the date. Y'all see it running. You know what I'm saying? So now, what was it for Tuesday? Thursday. So Thursday we did this one. This is the Thorn. This is based on, let me see. This is based on, again, the Tuna Can. You know what I mean? You see the shroud. Nice signed crown. I like that. Thorn has a lot of dope watches. I believe they're under the Hem Dollar umbrella because you can find them on the Hem Dollar store. You know what I mean? If you go to the website, they got them there. This is based on the Seiko. Let me see, which one was it? This is also titanium, y'all. This casing is titanium. The bezel is titanium. You know what I'm saying? The crown is titanium. Very dope. Very dope. Very lightweight. It came on the leather strap, but I went ahead and threw it on this one. You know what I'm saying? It's got a little dope stuff to it. Look, you know what I'm saying? Automatic, GMT, sapphire glass, titanium. Classic creation. Oh, my bad, y'all hit the camera. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Very dope. Like I was saying, this is based on, let me see, I think the Seiko Landmaster, reference SBDX009. You know what I mean? You can see because it has the hands. It has a silhouette. You know what I mean? It's an homage, like I said before. You know what I mean? Not a replica, an homage. It doesn't say Seiko on it. It says Thorn. You know what I mean? Thorn. Some of these Chinese watch brands, their names do suck. So I give them that. You know what I mean? I'm with that. Some names do suck, but nonetheless, yo. Definitely, I enjoy this watch. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Again, sticking with the Tuna Can silhouette. And then Friday, y'all. Friday was the last day of Weekend Watch, the last day of the Tuna Cans, and I had this monstrous, beautiful piece. You know what I mean? Don't be, like I said, don't be discouraged by the size of the watch because they fit so well in Seiko fashion. The short lug to lugs is dope. This bad boy right here, very dope, very dope. Special edition. Ceramics, stainless steel, made in Japan. Prospex line. This is the Seiko Prospex Patty automatic 200 meters dive watch reference SRP A83J. You know what I'm saying? This is Japanese made. Very dope. Like I said before, I know it looks big, but it fits so well, y'all. So well. You know what I'm saying? Very, very dope. It fits nice. Definitely dig this watch. I don't wear it that much because, yeah, it's kind of big. But no, it's dope though. I'm saying though, you know what I mean? I had a rocket that felt good wearing it because it had been a while. Like ever since I got it, I think I worn like a total of 3 times. But oosh, my bad, y'all. Knocked the whole thing out. But look at that sunburst dial though. Look at that. That looks so dope, that blue. The indices, the hands. I like the red minute hand, the red seconds hand. You know what I mean? Everything looks dope. The aesthetics on this watch, everything. It came with the Seiko, what's it called? Their silicone strap. I didn't like it because it was too long. And like I said, this is a big watch. So it was too long and the tongue was sticking out. So I threw it on this waffle strap. You know what I mean? I thought it looked pretty dope. You know what I mean? Not too bad, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, don't be discouraged by the size. It is a dope watch. Like I said, a lot of these Seiko watches fit so well on the wrist. The size, you might get discouraged because you're like, oh my God, this is so big. I can't wear this. But nah, you could, man. It's not Seiko. That's one thing I love about Seiko, the magic of Seiko. The short lug to lugs make it able for people that don't have big wrists, like myself. I don't have a big wrist. You're able to wear these dope watches, you know what I mean? And some people care about how big it is. Some people don't. I don't really care. I just, like I said, it's my watch on my wrist. You know what I mean? I bought it. It's like the G-Shocks. There's some G-Shocks that is like, they just fit so big, but it's like it's part of the design. It's part of the allure of wearing a G-Shock. Same thing with these Seikos, man. Some of these divers are huge. You know what I mean? Like, what's the other one? The Marinemaster, man. That one, ooh, it looks dope. The Sumo, another bad dope watch, and they're big, but like I said, wear it, dude. Wear whatever you want. Wear it in good health. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this was just a showcase, the weekend watch, Seiko Tuna silhouette. Stay tuned for next week. Like I said, this week right now is the field watch, so that's what we're gonna be rocking this week. Tomorrow I'm gonna have another one, and I'm gonna do the same thing, present it. It's just more content for y'all to geek out with, man. Just for me to share more stuff with y'all. Most definitely enjoy doing these videos. I appreciate everyone's love, everyone's support, man. Everybody commenting, I love that. Thank you. Can't leave without the loon shot, y'all. Hold up, cause these bad boys are gonna light up. Hold up, give me a second. Let me hit these lights real quick. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh no, I gotta hit the other lights, y'all. Give me another second real quick. Yeah, hold up. Much better. Much better, y'all. Much better. Hold up. Hold the phone, please. You can't leave without the loom shot. Bam, look at that. Doom, doom, doom. Gotta look at that, y'all. Woo, I love the loom shots. Let's go. Give them a fair shot. You know how Seikos are. Even this Addy's app's got a good loom. The Thorn, not too much. But most definitely, y'all see it, man. Y'all see it. Let's bring it in closer. Let me bring this thing closer. Give y'all a better shot. Look at that. Look at the loom. Look at the loomy loom. Loomy loom. Let me hit this. Let me close this monitor real quick, y'all. Look at that. Whew, that's a thing of beauty. I love the loom, man. I'm like a kid when I geek out on this loom. For sure. Look at the loom on this one. Oh, this one got some badass loom too. Let me show y'all. Ooh, look at that. The Boulevard. But y'all, it's your boy E-Sack, man, and I'm out, y'all. Peace. Copies on the same old thing. Shorty wanna be